Hello and welcome to this channel. This is Abdul Salam, and in this video I'm going to talk about the past perfect tense. So let's start the video. The past perfect tense is used in the following situations. Number 1. Sequence of past events. For example, by the time the game started, we had already finished our drinks. Number 2. Before a specific time in the past. For example, she had completed her work by 6 p.m., meaning she had completed her work before 6 p.m. in the past. So it's the past of the past. The past perfect tense is the past of the past. For example, if I'm telling a story, the story is already in the past, but in the story, I am referring to an event that happened in the past of the story. So it's the past of the past. In this example, she had completed her work by 6 p.m. 6 p.m. in the past, and she had completed her work before the 6 p.m. of the past. So it's the past of the past. So the past perfect tense is used in these situations: sequence of past events and before a specific time in the past. The structure of the past perfect tense is just like the structure of the present perfect tense. What was the structure of the present perfect tense? Subject plus has or have plus third form of the verb plus the object. Similarly, in this past perfect tense, we have the same structure: subject plus had, the helping verb, had, plus the third form of the verb, plus the object. Subject plus had, the helping verb had, plus the third form of the verb, plus the object. For example, I had bought a car. I, the subject, plus had, the helping verb, plus bought, the third form of the word, the verb buy. The car, the object. I had bought a car. She had completed her homework. John had tied the knot. They had crossed the limit. The negative sentences of this tense are very easy to make. You take an affirmative sentence of the past perfect tense, for example, I had bought a car, and you put a knot between the helping verb had and the verb, the main verb. I had bought a car. I had not bought the car. She had completed her homework. She had not completed her homework. John had tied the knot. John had not tied the knot. They had crossed the limit. They had not crossed the limit. To make an interrogative sentence, a question of the sentence of the past perfect tense, we switch the places of the subject and the helping verb. For example, I had bought a car. I is the subject, had is the helping verb. So we switch the places of the subject and the helping verb. We switch the places in this sentence. In this instance, we switch the places of I and had. I had bought a car. Had I bought a car? Now this is the question. She had completed her homework. Had she completed her homework? John had tied the knot. Had John tied the knot? They had crossed the limit. Had they crossed the limit? So we just switch the places of the helping verb and the subject, and we get a question, an interrogative sentence of this tense. To make the negative interrogative sentence or the negative questions of the past perfect tense, we take an interrogative sentence. Had I bought a car? And we put a knot between the subject and the main verb. For example, had I bought a car? Had I not bought a car? The knot is now between I and bought. Had I not bought a car? Had she not completed her homework? Had John not tied the knot? Had they not crossed the limit? Or another way of making the negative questions is, had I not bought a car? Hadn't I bought a car? Had she not completed her homework? Hadn't she completed her homework? Had John not tied the knot? Hadn't John tied the knot? Had they not crossed the limit? Hadn't they crossed the limit? That's all for this video. Thanks.